Nobody cares
No,
about the Pac-12.
everything but the Big Ten. And I realized on Saturday I don't even need the Big Ten in my life. Like, I mean, I don't. I didn't miss them. I don't know about anybody else, but I certainly didn't miss them. It was like wall to wall football on Saturday. What
How
a
many
great
Big
feeling!
Ten games, like from beginning to end, basically a year, will you tune in for? I would say 4.
I like the Penn State Ohio State game,
1.
but I don't tune in for the whole thing.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But, like, keep tabs on it. Watch for
Michigan, Ohio
70%.
State, Ohio State, Wisconsin, right? Something like that.
Top
Anytime
4
it's
or
two
5.
top 10 teams, that's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
It just really just depends.
You won't catch me watching Wisconsin Purdue on noon.
No.
I don't like football enough.
Yeah,
And I love football.
I agree.
Well, it's not even that. It's what your options.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
way
It's
too
a
many
lot of
options.
good football. That's the one thing I will say this past weekend. It was really good. Just kick back and just keep flipping.
I mean, nationally, I think the lead story is not the same as it is here. It's got to be Mike Leach, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Nobody
to be.
expected that.
Why didn't we though?
And it has to be Coach O being a poser, potentially.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe a fraud without his
Whoa!
I mean, he lost a
Don't you
lot.
dare!
I'm not.
Yeah.
The people are saying this.
He
I'm
lost
not
a lot.
saying
He
this.
lost a lot, but it's still no. But here's why it shocked people. Are you ready? And this is gonna be yes. I'm gonna admit this is a little venting for me as well because I'm tired of excuses. It's shocking because he did not have a spring. He had controversy with his players. The Noose,
He'd be Mike Leach.
him being Mike Leach. He
I thought we were
had
talking about.
he had a lot of guys leave, 2 of which came to the state of Florida to a better football program, allegedly. He is quirky. He does not fit the South. Not to get into politics or anything like that. People want to judge him. He doesn't. His political views aren't the same as most of his players. People just saw this as a ticking time bomb and that it was going to implode. But what does he do? He installs an entire offense and he sets SEC records on arguably, no matter if they win, no, nobody cares about. I mean, we know they're not the national championship team. But he did it on we know they have great recruits. We know what LSU does. It wasn't their offense that we were expecting to tank. Their offense has been putrid outside of last year. We're used to that. What we're not used to is somebody lighting their ass up in the passing game.
And it was on sacred Southern ground.
Yes, haunted ground, he said. A lot of demons. And it's not like they played a perfect game. That's the thing that, they had 4 turnovers, right? Mississippi State.
No, I did. I did not watch the game.
Mississippi State had 4 turnovers. They had 16 rushes. How many yards do you think they had? Rushing.
Probably 50. Can I have?
Well, think about the
50?
sacks. Sacks
9.
in college football.
But the
takes
sacks
it
count,
does.
though.
Right. Their final stat was 16 carries for 9 yards.
Wait a minute.
4
Those are
turnovers.
James'
Run that back.
stats.
Run that back. Run that back.
Yeah. 16 carries for 9 yards. 4 turnovers.
You're telling me that they knew the pass was coming and could do nothing about it.
They gave up
That
623
makes me feel
yards.
a little bit better.
Yeah, 623 yards KJ Costello had, threw the ball 60 times.
George Costanza threw the ball 60 times.
60 times. They had 4 turnovers, and they still put a 40 burger on LSU.
LSU, defending national champs, without a spring, with a new coach,
new system,
new
quarterback,
transition class. Not even a really good transition class.
No. Never heard of any of these
Is
people.
any of this
The
legal?
only reason why you've heard of KJ Costello is because he was at Stanford.
Like, is this legal? Can you do these things?
Apparently so.
You can't tell. No, they didn't. They had spring practices illegally during the COVID. You can't make me believe otherwise. Because you can't have a competent offense without a spring.
Well,
you can't have a competent offense without, like, you can't.
See,
play
I was
football.
being nice.
Like, if your first-year coach doesn't have his bags
like,
unpacked,
you know what?
You can't do any of this. This is illegal.
That's what I've been
This
told.
is witchcraft.
I said coming in tonight, I am not going to troll. I'm not even going to lead off with FSU Miami. I didn't have to. My man is so
I'm not
hot right
talking
now.
about FSU. Mike.
Yes, you
I don't
absolutely
know.
are
Is
talking about
this-
FSU.
Like Mike Leach did something that we were told can't happen. And not a good. Have you heard one positive article that came out of Mississippi? One, none of us really care. But have we seen any positivity come out of
On a
Mississippi State
national
this offseason?
landscape, the only thing we heard was the news story.
Right.
And the running back that said, "Hell no." But I'm not playing with that flag.
Oh, yes.
But
yeah. I
heck, the
forgot about
fan
that.
base destroyed that kid. The funny thing though is when people get to playing, you get to running the ball. Well, we didn't mean
Well, he
that.
probably didn't have a good game going by the stats.
He don't care. Nobody cares about running the ball. That dude's probably
Can you
saying
catch?
I should have transferred out.
Well, he
Not
did.
because
No,
there's
hold
different
on.
reasons, yeah.
That running back you're talking about, he only had 7 carries for 34 yards, but he had 8 catches for 150.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
There you go.
That's good. He's changing the game.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. Mississippi State, like they're going to be that team. They're going to look up at the end of the year and they're going to have 4 losses.
You wanna know
right? But
something?
you better be worried every single week when you play Mississippi State.
You want to know something that's funny? And this is bringing in FSU. Guess whose dad works at Mississippi State in their like their doctor I just forgot. I had a brain.
Dr.
Swanson.
Dr.
Oz.
Swanson.
Oh.
Lucas Altmaier.
Oh, really?
Who is
The commit.
The
Florida State
quarterback
commit
for FSU.
for their
The
21
bell
class. Yeah, he's going to Mississippi State. Y'all lost that one.
They got him.
That's out.
They got him on.
You're saying he
crystal
watched
ball to Ole
both
Miss right
games
now.
this weekend and was like, "Where would I rather go?"
He's in flux
The
right
one that
now.
lost 51-10 against our rival, or the one who went into LSU and beat the
And threw
defending
for a
national
gajillion
champion
yards.
with 600 passing.
The wildest part in all of this is that like there are fans arguing, saying those tweets are going to be what's not going to let recruits come here. You former players can't tweet like that, like they didn't watch the game.
Exactly.
You know who else has a tie in Mississippi State? Remember, the Big Ten president.
Oh,
His son plays for
Oh,
Mississippi
His
State.
son was out there getting that COVID with the best of them.
That guy's got to be embarrassed, by the way.
Oh,
His
gosh.
son punked him. You know, he was like, "Don't play this year. You're gonna make that look
That's
bad."
the least reason why that guy's embarrassed. He needs to get into a different
Actually, the
field.
cool
He shouldn't
thing
have
is
a
he's going
job,
to get an
though.
opportunity to watch his son play a lot more soon.
Yeah, their seasons are on different calendars this year.
Crazy weekend, obviously, of football all the way around. We got plenty of time to get to all of that. Florida, obviously, I think what most people thought they were going to be offensively, some concerns defensively. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. The Jags. Got people livid at us right now because we were talking about the Jags.
That's
in a good
what
way.
we get for having hope. Don't have hope.
I'm going to make them even more mad.
Moral Victory Monday, Part 2.
I'm going to make them even more mad. I still am not that down on them. They're going to do that. It stinks that it was on national TV. They're going to have those games. They're not that talented.
That's fair.
Like they're not Baltimore or Kansas City.
Derogatory, but fair.
Right. They do not have an overabundance of talent.
I would say neither do the Dolphins,
No, but
Dolphins have an elite wide receiver though.
who didn't even really do that much. But yeah,
Enough,
he didn't
he
really.
did enough to scored enough points on me.
The one thing that I
It's like
will
8.
say about the Jags that I am completely over and sick of and done.
Our defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Todd.
My gosh. When they ran the quarterback draw for the touchdown with Ryan Fitzgerald, everybody in the city, when they lined up, went, "Oh, well, quarterback draw." How do you only leave 5 people in the box?
What's wild about all of this is he's a geriatric in football years. Like he's 65 years old in football years.
Oh, at least. Talking about Ryan Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Did
At
you see him
least.
juke Schobert?
Oh, man. But then to his defense, never mind. No, Fitzpatrick's white. Never mind. I can't even use that. I was trying to use the stereotypes at the beginning, but I can't even use that, man. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm over that. Like, I think Jag fans, if you'll just, we both said 6 wins. I'm still sticking to that. I still think they get 6 wins. It's just going to be a roller coaster for you guys. There's going to be weeks where you feel great about your team and everything works out fine. And Gardner throws for 350 and 3 touchdowns. And then there's going to be weeks where their age shows, where somebody takes advantage of C.J. Henderson, where somebody takes advantage.
Boy, did they.
Oh, yeah. Where somebody takes advantage of the fact that you just got to funnel everything short for the Jags defensively. And until the Jags figure out how to beat that, they're going to struggle. Like, it's just going to happen. I don't think anybody was saying they're a playoff or AFC championship team. In fact, the way that this season is going, the Titans may wrap up the playoff spot by week 7.
Facts.
I mean, Houston's 0-3, bro.
By the way,
They played 3 really good
They
teams,
have.
though.
Denny and me picked the Titans to regress and be not good this year. I just want to.
Didn't I said that they were going to win.
It's not looking
the
good.
division,
it's
right?
not looking good.
Yeah, I think.
But
it
have
is.
they really played that great?
No.
That's the thing. They're 3-0, and it's like, remember when we all thought
Yesterday,
this was going to be a good division?
I thought for sure they would lose yesterday.
My thing is, we don't know if they played great because every quarterback looks amazing against the Jags, except for Phillip. I don't really remember Phillip.
Phillips was okay.
He
It
put
was
up like
okay.
400 plus yards.
Yeah, he was
threw
okay.
a couple terrible picks.
I mean, the Jags defense is what it is. It's terrible. It's awful. Like, the defensive coordinator is the only thing worse than what the roster is right now. It's not a good situation.
In his defense, I guess this isn't really in his defense. I guess this is really bad.
Okay.
He did open his mouth and say it feels good to coach guys that you want or coach coachable guys. And he got rid of 4 former Pro Bowlers.
They still wouldn't be any good.
Dude, no way.
They still.
I'm just saying,
Not with
hypothetically
him. They
speaking,
weren't any good with him last
not
year.
with Jalen, but they didn't have CJ Clavons, the boy from Louisiana State.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Caleb
do
Von
anything.
Chason.
That we don't know what he does.
Right.
You know what we did? We figured out Miles Jack.
Yeah.
To have another guy that we have no clue what he actually does.
Miles Jack is the only bright spot right now.
He's the Miles Jack of the D line.
I mean, all I'm saying, James, is they weren't any good last year with Unique and with Calais.
Right.
I don't think it would have made that big of a difference. I really don't.
Well, Josh Allen could actually be getting sacks, but now we see what happens when he's
just got a higher
focused.
draft pick because they suck. I mean, but I do think there's going to be games where the Jags put up 30 and 40, and everybody's going to come in here on Monday all happy.
Yeah.
Let me grab a phone line real quick before we have to get Dr. Swanson on. James will have his headphones. Let me grab Matt. Matt, what's going on, man?
Hi, buddy. Good to talk to y'all. Just wondering, being a Florida fan, impressed with the win, but is Ole Miss that good on offense, or was our secondary just that bad?
Yes.
And is it fixable? One, I did not think that was targeting because when he came across the middle and he basically laid his body into him after he was the second guy to make contact. So, but that's my question. I'm just wondering, is Ole Miss that good, or are we that bad?
Okay, fair enough. All right, here's the answer, James.
Okay.
I think Ole Miss is decent, but it was the first game. You have no idea what they're going to do.
True.
So what do defenses like to do? They like to base everything up. You don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're missing both your safeties, that's hard to do.
That's what I was going to say. It's like Florida's defense. You had some good plays at the linebacker. Linebacker looked a lot better.
Better than I thought. Yeah.
Gervin Dexter is really good.
Yeah.
Your D line is legit. Ole Miss did play at a really, really high level, but as you said, the place where Florida, if anybody was being real about Florida and how to exploit them, it would have been safety anyway. But when you lose,
you think?
Yeah, like that's the one.
They got,
from what I've been from my boy, what he's saying, what they were looking for in recruiting.
You're talking about like depth.
Like depth.
I got you. Because the first two dudes are dudes.
The safety position. That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
So when you lose even one, you're done. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really where it came down to. I mean,
maybe I'm being too glass half full here.
613 total yards is a lot.
Yeah, if it happens again, I'll start to worry. I'm not that worried about it. There's playmakers there. I believe Brenton Cox is legit.
Yes.
Gervin Dexter is legit. I believe they've got enough playmakers. I also am okay winning football games 37-28. And I think that's the type of team they've got. Kyle Trask, if it wasn't for KJ Costello, comes out of this week, and Sam Ehlinger comes out of this week, is probably the Heisman front runner. Sam Ehlinger, by the way, is balling in
his
Texas.
percentage went way. I think he's plus 500 now. Like he covered some ground.
He didn't, dude. He didn't make any really bad decisions. And by the way, Kadarius Toney, if he stays healthy,
They dialed it up.
He's a
Now,
problem.
I'm gonna say this: it's really KT did good. Like they did good offensively, but good night, Pitts.
yeah,
You have to focus on Pitts.
he's a problem. Yeah.
I'll tell you this much: the one thing I got out of this weekend is that if the Jags with that second first round pick
Mm-hmm.
don't go to Coral Gables
Yep.
or don't go to Gainesville,
Yep. They're idiots.
I'm driving the F-150 into Dave Caldwell's office.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. I'll take
Just
either.
to break the office, not to injure Dave Caldwell.
I mean, to let him know.
Yeah,
Now, if he gets bumped, I don't want to kill him. That's
never,
rude.
never.
No.
But just like to let him know, like, come on, bro.
I mean, you got to take this
Yeah,
serious.
we don't need another defensive end. We've got 7 of them that you've drafted.
What
in the
James
first
is
round.
suggesting is he's not going to drive during business hours, but he's also not going to drive in at midnight. If it's 6 and he's still there, he makes
Then that's
the bump.
on him. Who told him to work that hard?
Right. Right.
He's certainly not working that hard.
They're not going to fire you, bro. They've already proven that.
I mean,
We know you have pictures.
I don't know if either one of those are going to be available at the second.
To get them with the first one, I don't care. Like, use one of those first round picks on those guys. They are true weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. What Kyle Pitts did was absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Did you see what Brevin? I mean, I know we're talking about Florida, but Brevin Jordan
He's
did to Corey Durden. I gotta show you a 6'3", 200 and I think he's 250-pound tight end. Literally drove back a guy who was arguably one of the top 10 D tackles in the nation.
he's the real deal. I saw JJ arguing on Twitter about Kyle Pitts and him, who's better, and I'm like, JJ, really? Like that's like arguing which of these two supermodels are hotter. Like,
Right. And
No,
Florida
first
fans
of
was
all,
like,
your
"Yeah,
battle, bro.
First of all, I wasn't even saying. All I said was Florida fans told us that Pitts was better than Brevin Jordan. LOL.
And
I
is that-
didn't say which side I took.
is that such a awful thing to say?
No,
Like,
I was just trolling Gator fans, and it worked. Because I had our Gator listener guy who always tweets at us, who is like 6 days later brought the tweet back up after he scored against Ole Miss and was like, "Hey, what's up with it now?" Like after every touchdown, I'm like changing my opinion
well,
about things.
that's what I did notice.
By the way,
happen
Lamar
this week.
Jackson, absolute beast. Go ahead.
What I did notice happen this weekend is all of the hurricane hatred for Florida State isn't there anymore. It's all going to Florida now.
Sorry for it.
First
Right,
of all,
no, that's what I'm saying.
I've always hated Florida. I've always hated Florida State more, but it's like right now, is it even worth talking to them?
It was more
I
Miami,
wouldn't.
Florida than it
Yeah.
was Miami, Florida
I
State, even
almost-
before the game.
I almost told you and Rick, like I don't think you guys should be allowed to make eye contact with me anymore.
Like it was like
When
it
I
was
see you in
bad.
the hallway, look down.
Like it was.
We got to get into that later. We can't
Yeah, I
get
don't
into
have-
that
yeah, we
right
gotta take a
now.
Well, we got to get Doc.
Yeah.
Should I take this call?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take this call real quick, and then we'll get to Doc. It's Carson. Carson, what's up?
Hey guys, I wanted to call in today and talk about Mac Jones.
Mac freaking Jones.
I think he's maybe a dark horse to be a Heisman, and I think that's really cool. Being that I played against him, he's from our city. I just think that doesn't get enough attention. I think he could be a dark horse candidate to win the Heisman. Take your
Fair
comments on it.
enough. I was so happy for Mac. I work with Mac, but I wasn't even happy for that reason. Like, that's a dude that like Kyle Trask, waited his time, stayed patient. When his opportunity came up, like, took full advantage of it. And that's not a bad take, by the way. And it's not because I feel like Mac is the best in the country at what he does. It's because the weapons around him. Jalen Waddle, oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Like, the weapons that he has at Alabama is almost embarrassing good.
Mhm.
Waddle might be better than the other two that just got taken.
Bro,
last year.
he may be the fastest guy I've ever seen on a football
Yeah.
field.
The
Not
wild-
named Tyreek Hill.
The wild part in all of this is that they're going to get whatever quarterback they want. Have you seen the guys they're bringing in?
Oh, no.
Alabama's just
They ain't going anywhere.
everybody talked about Saban. Like Saban's going to retire like Bear Bryant. Like he's going to retire when he's about to die.
687 real quick on the Lifetime Enclosure text lines. Man, did I already miss y'all talk about Jernigan? No. Why would we talk about Jernigan?
He sucks.
Like, what?
He's just like it fits. It's what FSU is right now. He got cut before Taven. I know they got more money in Taven, but I'm just saying. Like, it's Taven. But Taven, this is his last year, right? I hope.
No.
Or is this year 3?
Year 3,
Oh,
right?
God.
Yeah, it's
You
year
gotta
3.
deal with this another year?
They're going to re-sign.
He's going to get an extension.
The
It's
Miles
been a long
Jack
3
extension.
years.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic coming up next.
Making the game last a little longer.
Join me, Hacker.
And me, Leon Searcy. The window world of Northeast Florida, 5th quarter. Presented by Donato's Pizza. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. On the home of the Jaguars, 1010XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. Stop limping around. Stop complaining. I tell you this every night. You need to get in. Get that knee looked at. Get that shoulder looked at. Get that hand or wrist or back or whatever's bothering you. Get it taken care of so you don't have to live life this way. They can take care of you just like they did for me, like they do for so many of my quarterbacks at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Locations all over town, so there's going to be one near you. The best of the best doctors around. Go to se-ortho.com. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
That's what sleeping with a CPAP sounds like. If you can't use CPAP, imagine pressing a button and it sounding like this. That's sleeping with Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, just a button. If you have sleep apnea, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Picking here, now's the perfect time to try Zero Res, offering the hottest price of the year. Call Zero Res, 287-5727. Ask for the 3 rooms for $99 deal at Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards, the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Over 300 children in Northeast Florida are currently undergoing cancer treatment. 84% of families whose child is tackling cancer will experience financial hardship. This is Tom Coughlin, and September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is represented by the Gold Ribbon. Go gold this September with the Tom Coughlin J Fund to help our neighbors and community members tackling this devastating disease. Visit tcjfund.org/gogold for more information.
Many wonder, why has Mike Merritt's Heating and Air been so successful for so long? Mike Merritt has been keeping Jacksonville cool for more than 30 years. What's Mike's secret? It's no secret. It's Mike's integrity and loyalty. Your comfort is Mike's goal every day. And Mike knows issues can arise on any day. That's why with Mike, you never have an overtime charge. Weekdays, weekends, holidays, whenever you need Mike, he's there. And Mike is loyal to his team. That's why so many of them have been with him for 18 years and more. And Mike's technicians work without commission, so they do only what you need. If you need new equipment, Mike has 10-year warranties that give you peace of mind about comfort. Peace of mind is priceless, but so affordable with Mike. Stay comfortable. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air or see him on the web at merrittair.com. merrittair.com. License number CAC 050384.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the 4th-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll and lock bed covers, to trailer hitches, and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
McKeever Clinic is home to the first advanced prostate cancer center in Jacksonville. This is Dr. West, urologist at McKeever Clinic. Our clinic is staffed with 2 urologists that specialize in advanced prostate cancer care and management. You'll also have a dedicated nurse navigator that will coordinate timing, medications, insurance, and patient assistance. We're conveniently located off AC Skinner Parkway on the south side. Contact our specialist at McKeever at 355-6583 to discuss your treatment options.
This is Hacker. Join me for the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gator Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Start off this football season with $50 off a set of Yokohama tires. Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet has 12 locations all over Northeast Florida and literally wholesale prices to the public and full automotive repair. It's your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. But right now, for $50 off a set of Yokohama tires, go to tireoutlet.com/offers.
Wholesale prices, premium service. Tire Outlet.
The Local IQ Series Jacksonville Championship is in the books, and now it's your turn to challenge your game at Hidden Hills, where some of the best young players in the world played. Book online at hiddenhillsgc.com or call to make your tee time at 620-0910.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Every Monday night, Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist joins us to talk injuries in sports. Doc, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. James is
I'm
surviving.
good. I mean, I'm at peace.
That doesn't sound good.
Do you guys have physical therapy or anything like that for when your pride is damaged?
I think that needs a sports psychiatrist, right?
Or maybe confidence is maybe the better.
Or take the a TENS unit to your gonads and just crank it all the way up. Does that work? Does that help? Like,
have you tried that on anyone?
Have you, like, said, son, I don't think anything's there. Like, we have to do something.
I don't think that's going to help your pride.
It'll help you take your mind off that pain onto others. He's referring to the beatdown that his college football team, his alma mater, faced this weekend, Doc.
Well, seems to face.
JJ, who beat them?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game, but I heard it was the U with the most points scored in the history of the series, 51, and it could have been a lot worse than that. That's what was so great about it. We were just talking during the break about their tight end McDonald, who celebrated quite profusely after he scored the touchdown to make it like a 28-point game.
Listen, man, you know how hard it is to score a touchdown?
It was very hard, apparently.
As a guy who scored 10 of them, you
celebrate?
You celebrate when you can. Yeah,
You've never been in a situation like that, though, James. You guys were never like that.
Doc, do y'all celebrate after successful surgery?
End of every surgery. Yep.
You spike the scalpel?
Spike the gloves. Take the gloves off. Spike them.
Y'all do like chest bumps and all that stuff?
Chest bump's not a real sterile move, but
now it's like the team photo. They all go to the end zone and act like they're getting a picture together. You know how the defense does.
Well, I'm about to have to block Doc from Instagram, by the way.
Oh, damn.
Are you? Well, yours doesn't tell you like extreme content.
Yeah, it sometimes, but then that just makes me like interested.
I know it, Doc. I learned
Doc,
my
you
lesson
gotta
with
stop putting this stuff on there, man.
Surgery pics?
Yes.
He's getting like 10,000.
most people love them.
Will you be offended if I block you?
You have a weak stomach, Denny?
Yes, very much so. Very much. Jags injury report.
Is Taven out?
Was Taven on the injury report?
Wishful thinking.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Savage.
I'm just trying to improve the roster.
Doc, just so
Act
you know,
like that didn't happen, Doc.
already
We're more
today,
professional.
James has talked about Taven being injured and driving his truck through Dave Caldwell's office. This has not been a good start to the sports den today. He's a little angry today at everybody
Monday.
else. Yes. DJ Chark was ruled out last week, and it obviously affected the Jags. there was a report that said that he could have played, but they wanted to take the extra time, and it's a chest injury. Like that could be a lot of different things, correct?
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, it could mean that your team doctor dropped your lung.
Oh,
yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
We
last
didn't even
week?
talk about that.
Not with Doc. We talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
How does
Well,
something
no,
like that happen?
So I think the news came out, the report on that came out after. It came out either late Monday night or Tuesday. They just said he didn't play for a chest injury. So when we did the show last week, they hadn't announced what had happened.
So tell us exactly what happened. So Tyrod Taylor is who we're talking about, the quarterback for the Chargers. He had his lung punctured by a team doctor who was giving him a shot. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
How does that happen?
I mean, so again, without knowing the specifics, my guess is he had some kind of a rib injury, rib fracture, injury to the cartilage around the rib, which both can be really painful. And so they probably were trying to do a sort of a nerve block to that area with the nerves that are around the rib, and apparently the needle got a little too deep.
I mean, is this something that when you heard, you're like, oh, yeah, I can see how that happens? Or is this something that when you heard, you went, oh, my gosh?
I was on the oh, my gosh side. I mean, I hadn't really heard of a lot of rib type of nerve blocks being done in sort of the sports setting.
Can you imagine being that doctor and realizing, I just punctured a quarterback's lung?
Right, which means like essentially straight to the hospital. And
So question: you can't sue the team because that's in the CBA. What can he do? Like, is that something that you were nervous, or you guys or does somebody like that have free reign, or would he come at that doctor for? Because that's obviously not kosher, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so anytime you do an injection, depending on the body part, there's certainly risks and side effects that are different with each injection. That probably is a known complication of that type and kind of an injection. I just think it's one that's not done very frequently. And so that I think is why you probably almost never hear about it.
What Doc is saying is it's on the form.
It probably is it probably is part of the consent form for that procedure, and it truly is probably like a 1 in a million kind of thing that never happens.
Well, Dr. Oz said last week that this Tyrod Taylor lung injury is much more common than you think.
Huh.
One, Dr. Oz isn't a sports ortho. So I'm not gonna he's a doctor, but he's also the guy that said don't wash your legs.
Well, I mean, to say it's more common.
Let the soap drip.
Like the Dan Hicken?
I don't know
That's
Dan
his
doesn't
thing.
wash his legs?
Yes.
Ugh.
He's openly stated that on the radio.
But to say that it's more common than you think, I'm sure he's right, because I didn't think about it ever before I heard about it. Like, it is more common. I didn't even know it was possible, I guess is my point. That's kind of a blanket statement that I guess you could argue is true, because I guess outside of doctors, you don't even think, oh, I'm going to get a shot. It's going to puncture my lung.
How long would a football player be out with a punctured lung? Even though we talked about it last week, our conspiracy theory let's just say we thought maybe someone did it on purpose to get Herbert in there.
It's Dr. Herbert.
Right.
Yeah.
Administered the test.
But now Herbert didn't look so hot.
But how long is that? How long of an injury is that for a football player?
Well, so it depends on the severity. If you puncture the lung, you can drop the whole lung, which can require either putting a needle or a chest tube in order to get the lung back up to its normal capacity. And then once you're better from that, I mean, then you got to get back in shape. And so it's the kind of thing that could probably keep you out a good month, maybe even 6 weeks, depending on how severe it was.
So a lung is like a balloon.
Correct.
Wow.
And we have two, and you only need one, right? Is that true?
Yeah. Is that? But or do you gotta have both, right?
I mean, you can get by in the short term with one.
I'm gonna assume a world class athlete needs both.
That's true.
But if you're going to get back to being an NFL quarterback, you're probably going to need two.
So here's the other question. Like, it's already hard to, because wasn't it cracked ribs is the reason why he was getting it, or like bruised ribs?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
broke his
something like that.
It's already hard to breathe
That's true.
when you have
It's
that.
not like it fixed that.
Like, do you get to like? Is it illegal to like punch the guy when you get healthy? Because if you can't, you're doing this to get relief, and he made it worse, right? Like, I mean, I'm asking that is like, how do you breathe? Does your body just naturally everything goes to the other lung?
Well, so I mean, you have to. That's why you immediately have to go to the hospital because you have to get that lung back and functioning as quickly as possible. Which sometimes you can do by inserting a different type of needle, or sometimes you actually need surgery to put a chest tube in when you have a pneumothorax, which is what a collapsed lung means.
So wait a minute, you just punctured my lung. Now you want to put another needle in my lung?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a different doctor.
That's a lot of trust, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm looking at all of the injuries from yesterday.
There was a lot of injuries again.
Not the names, right? Not the names we had the week before. You know what we haven't heard a lot of that I'm seeing 2 or 3 on here? Concussions. Are the rule changes and the technology around equipment, all that kind of stuff, is this starting to come into play? Because you don't hear nearly as much about concussions as you heard a couple of years ago. Or are they actually doing this the right way?
Teams are probably getting better at hiding it, is what I always thought.
Well, I mean, I think even just from watching games, do you see as many big hits as you saw 5 years ago?
No, big hit's a flag now, and a fine.
But you almost don't really see it. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're even there. Forget getting penalized. It just seems like the quantity of kind of those massive hits has decreased, I think, because of the rules.
You're saying football's soft now. I mean, we're with you.
I mean, come on, guys can't take a needle to the chest anymore.
Jeez.
Guys were smoking on the sidelines after plays back in the good old days.
Yeah, I'm going through this whole injury report, and I only see one. Deontay Johnson, who's on my fantasy team, did not return to the game against the Texans after being evaluated for a possible concussion. Out of all the injuries yesterday, and Doc, you're right, there were a ton when you look through this.
Yeah.
Out of all the injuries,
more than the week before.
Yeah, that's the only concussion. And when I say a lot, like I'm not going to sit here and count, but I'm at least 30.
Have you noticed the uptick of kicker injuries?
Yes. What's going on, Doc?
It's like every time they miss one, they act like they're hurt. 3 of them this year.
Soft.
Tough job.
I mean, are we not stretching? What's going on with kickers?
Yeah, what do kickers do on the sideline? I guess they're just kicking into that net.
They sit down until they get close, and then they start kicking into the net.
God, I want to be a kicker so bad.
They drink up all the good punch. They always get the good coats on cold when it's cold and rainy.
The big coats.
Yeah. Oh, did you see, Doc? Did you see the Chris Carson injury last night?
I didn't see it. I heard about it.
Was that where the player like rolled over on him?
Yes, he literally did the gator roll on him. Yes. Cowboy, was it defensive tackle?
Yep.
Defensive lineman tackles Chris Carson and goes old school like twist on him, like and enters Chris Carson. It came back as it was all the ligaments were stable, all the ligaments were in place. So it's a sprain knee.
Yeah.
Like what for fantasy owners, how long can they expect a sprain knee to affect a running back?
Well, the good news is that if the ligaments are not torn, then you're not talking about a season-ending injury. With this sprain, you're probably talking about between 2 and 4 weeks, and he should be back pretty much full speed.
That's a long time for fantasy owners with Chris Carson. By the way, guys, Russell Wilson's a stud.
He's
so good.
He's on another level now.
He is.
He should hold out
for more money.
Like I'll pay him.
And I enjoy that his defense sucks. So like we just get to watch him ball out.
Yeah.
Because for so many years their defense was so good, that we didn't get to see him ball out because Pete Carroll would play very conservative and they would run the ball a lot and da-da-da-da. Now we get to see, like, this guy might be the best quarterback in all of football.
And Sierra's, he's married to Sierra.
Best quarterback in all of football. All right.
Well, I'm saying he might be.
Oh, right now, I think he is.
I'm a Mahomes guy.
I mean, Mahomes is great. But if you're like the hottest one right now.
Oh, hottest right now, yes. But just in general, like I would say in general, LeBron is the best player in the NBA. But, you know, a year here, a year there, it might be like Harden or Giannis or whatever. But in general, I would say Mahomes.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm also seeing a lot of soft tissue injuries. It may be a normal thing, but I'm seeing a bunch of groins, hamstrings, stuff like that. It's kind of what we talked about during this whole COVID time, isn't it, Doc?
Yeah, that people haven't had the same sort of level of training and preseason as in the past, which definitely puts you at some increased risk for some of these soft tissue injuries.
What are you guys?
I'd like to see the comparison to is this really any different than through week 3 of any other season?
Well, I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, like, at the high school level where you guys are seeing people every Saturday in the Bump and Bruise clinics and you guys are covering high school games. Are you guys seeing, is it normal? Is it more injuries? Is it a different type of injury? Like, what are you guys finding?
So far this year, I'd say at the high school level, from the games I've been at and the kids I've seen in the office and on Saturdays, that it's more or less a normal year. You have your normal ankle sprains and shoulder sprains and those kind of things, and once in a while there's a bigger injury that's surgical. But I don't think so far this year I wouldn't say it's been any different. Same thing. I haven't seen one concussion yet this year.
You haven't?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, that's a really good thing. Maybe, you know, all of the jokes that we've had on the softness of football, all that kind of stuff, maybe, just maybe, all that stuff was wise of them to implement.
Yeah, and then I mean, we've talked about it before. We've gotten rid of the head injuries, has that made the ACL injury more common at that level?
One of the things I've always said is I worry about my brain later. I need my knees now. I don't want to be able to not be able to walk. And that's more terrifying to me.
Yeah, I mean, Doc would.
He does rarely use his brain, Doc.
Yeah, who needs it?
And he has gotten back to running. Are you still running?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has gotten back to running, Doc. So you're back in business. The countdown is on until he comes to see you.
We've made it almost to October. Still haven't seen him in the office.
I took a break. I took about 6 weeks off.
He recovered.
Just for one back adjustment. That's it.
Huh?
Now I've come consistently since I think this will be my 4th session. Can't wait to come back.
Yeah, but
I'm
Doc,
tomorrow.
that don't help, Doc. Doc was waiting on that knee, man.
It's a team effort, man. The knee.
I was ready for that knee surgery. Man. Come on.
Post it on Instagram.
Yes, he can post it on Instagram.
We're gonna live stream that on IG.
I'm in. I'm down for that.
Get the popcorn ready.
You got to just sign a couple HIPAA forms, and we'll be good to go.
Can I come watch it like Kramer did?
It was one of the best Seinfeld episodes ever. Would you eat Milk Duds?
No, wasn't it? It was Junior Mint.
Oh, yes, right. You're right. Do they have that where y'all like actually watch surgeries? Is that part of the deal? Like where
No.
you're
Like if you're like a
where
student or something?
I think that was like a historical thing where they had like a pseudo auditorium. I never saw that anywhere that I.
You know what
any
episode
hospital
we're
I've
talking
been.
about?
I think
though,
jobs would be better if and people would understand athletes more if there was that kind of pressure. I don't want your job doing that because I don't need you under pressure. Like if you're fixing people up. But
if there's somebody cheering behind me, you suck.
Yeah, like you imagine.
Boo, get out of here.
Imagine hearing like you're in a deli, and this guy is undersized. Get this slow ass butcher out of here.
Yeah, let's not do that with doctors.
Yeah,
I don't
I
need
think it'd be great. I think that'd be fun.
I don't need you distracted, Doc.
Just people yelling about how much you get paid, how you're overpaid.
He just got
way
raised.
too tall to work on knees, Doc.
A white safety.
And with that note, Anything else we should know about Southeast Orthopedic? Is we're still on for the Bump and Bruise clinics every Saturday morning. You're at the
Saturday
one Brooks
morning
Rehab.
at 9 o'clock at Brooks Rehab off of Gate Parkway.
Can adults?
And anyone who's injured playing any sport, come on in for a free evaluation. Start your treatment.
So it's not just football. If you're injured playing whatever other fall sports there are, and I'm not even sure of what they are. I know volleyball, right? Volleyball's a fall sport.
Mm-hmm.
Cross country's a fall sport. So if you're injured doing any of that stuff, you can go in to see Southeast Orthopedic and specifically Dr. Swanson at Brooks Rehab and Gate Parkway on Saturday mornings, and they'll look at you for free and get your treatment going, just like if you were at a major college football program, you would have treatment the next morning. It's a great thing that Southeast Orthopedic does. You need to take advantage of that. Don't wait until Monday. That can be the difference in you being able to play or not being able to play. And Southeast Orthopedics back to normal schedule, normal hours, normal everything, right, Doc?
Yes, sir.
Just got to wear a mask.
Yep, got to wear a mask in the building.
There you go. There you go. That's Dr. Chris Swanson, the best in the business with knees and shoulders. I go to him. You should go there as well. You can give him a call at 904-634-0640 or go to se-ortho.com. Doc, we will talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good week.
Awesome.
All right, Doc.
That's Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. More on Canes and Knowles and the Gators when we – and the Bulldogs. Got to get to the Bulldogs when we come back.
Game day starts 5 hours before kickoff with the 1010XL Kickoff Show, presented by TIAA Bank and Kohler Homes Windows and Doors, with Lauren Brooks, Fat Tony Smith, and Hayes Carline on 1010XL.
When September ends, so does Diamonds Direct's free finance offer. So listen, you have until Wednesday to take advantage of this. 5 years, 0 interest with no money down. Everybody's doing it. It's incredible. You can spread your payments over 5 whole years. No down payment and no interest, period. But don't wait. This offer ends Wednesday and will not be extended on approved credit. 5 years, 0 interest. Get details, store hours, and directions now at diamondsdirect.com.
Blue here. Life can get pretty stressful, especially if you have to work at home and have kids doing online classes. Do yourself a favor. Give our friends at Rem Beach Rentals a call. Work from home, but with the Atlantic Ocean in your backyard. Their properties have free Wi-Fi, so a virtual classroom or office is easy, and you can walk right out the back door and have your toes in the sand. You need a staycation? Go to rembeachrentals.com. That's W-R-E-N beachrentals.com. Tell them the Lou sent you and get a 5% discount.
Hey, this is Sonny's BBQ Pitmaster Shannon Snell here with another Pitmaster Pro tip, pulling the skin. When preparing a slab of ribs, there's a sheet-like membrane on the back. Remove it before grilling or smoking. Your ribs will be much more tender when they're finished cooking. If you're looking for more tips like this, go to the Sonny's Facebook page. If you don't feel like cooking ribs, come into the Sonny's BBQ and let us do the work for you. Available for dine-in or takeout. Sonny's BBQ.
If you're ignoring foot and ankle pain, your daily activity could be making it worse. Pain in the top of your foot or in your Achilles tendon behind your ankle could mean a more serious orthopedic problem. Fortunately, doctors at Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute specialize in treating the foot and ankle, and we can get you in quickly for new injuries and fractures. Call JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the Law Offices of Anajar Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville. This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 28, 2017, Giancarlo Stanton homered twice in the Marlins win over the Braves, becoming the first player to hit 59 home runs in a season since 2001.
Hey guys, it's Hicken here, and I work late, and you probably heard me talk about my trouble sleeping, man. I toss and I turn, I can't fall asleep. No more, baby. A couple of my friends been telling me, Hicken, get a MyPillow. I'll give it a shot. Let me tell you something. MyPillow is the truth, gang. Googans, the hype is real. The MyPillow patented adjustable fill provides perfect comfort and support so you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. I'll give you another example. BWR, beautiful wife Reagan, when I come in late, she always wakes up. Not anymore. Sound asleep because of MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. We got a special buy one, get one free offer for you 1010XL listeners. Use promo code 1010XL. When you get your own custom-made MyPillow, they'll send you another one absolutely free. MyPillow, made in the USA. It's easy to care for. 60-day money-back guarantee. Call them right now. 800-684-5457. That's 800-684-5457. And use promo code 1010XL for buy one, get one free. Check them out at MyPillow.com.
At 1-to-1 Financial, we're proud to support dozens of the best breweries and restaurants in Jacksonville. And as the hometown credit union, we have one thing to ask. Please invest in Jacksonville. Now more than ever. Go on out and enjoy some great local food and beer. We'll make it easy. Head over to Kingmaker Brewing in Riverside on September 25th to the 27th and October 2nd to the 4th for socially distanced Oktoberfest. The beer is awesome and it's just $12 to get in. Google Kingmaker Brewing or check 1to1fcu.org for details. Man, that Gardner Minshew can throw over mountains, can he?
Attention homeowners, do you have water damage, mold, or a leaky roof? If so, go to callalice.com with Floridian Public Adjusters. You may be entitled to money from your insurance company. That's callalice.com. No recovery, no fee. Callalice.com. We fight for you.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all of your cigar needs.
JJ, that was shade. The song you just played. It just caught that.
I didn't even mean for
That's
it
not
to be-
When are y'all going to understand that when we are plugging sponsors, it's not the
I'm sorry, man.
It's called Win. He's just assuming I played. Go ahead. Thehumidor.com.
thehumidor.com. Large selection of cigars. All you got to do is put them in your cart online, and then they're shipped to you. Then when you check out, type in Sports Den, and you'll get 20% off. All lowercase, all one word. And then trying to figure out how to work in quick draw rapid testing into the humidor, but I can't really. Just if you think you got the COVID, go to quick draw rapid testing.
Or if you don't, or if you want to go smoke cigars at a lounge and you don't want the COVID,
Right.
Get the 8-hour hand sanitizer.
There you go. There you go. It's like a spray on, right?
Yeah.
You spray it on, it lasts 8 hours.
I would recommend like doing a little bit more often than that. But like if you're not eating or you're not doing anything where you need to wash your hands, it's there. It's better.
QuickDrawRapidTesting.com. Make sure you get by there if you have any concern. $40, right? $40, like 10 minutes, you're in and out.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Went to one of that guy's establishments the other night. But
I thought he was going to hit me with.
I
I thought he was going to hit me with. I forgot to tell you, I got the COVID again.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it's just gone. Let's get Mark has been holding for 22 minutes. Mark, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? I'm a Miami alum and certainly enjoying the season so far.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely wearing more gear on my jogs and to the grocery store, maybe holding more Zoom calls with the jerseys and footballs and helmets in play. But other than that, I will not bring it up to somebody and rub it in their face because, listen, I know there were, 300 against Power 5 teams. So,
dude, this is the time to do it.
Oh, I can't, man. You know, and here's the thing, too, right? I recognize that the vast majority of our success is because we have a senior quarterback and OC that, if we're lucky, might stick around for one more year. So
y'all better throw the bank at that OC.
Yeah, he's not sticking around.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. So I don't know what will happen. Who knows? But it is awfully enjoyable.
No, that y'all's OC, Lashley is. I'll pat myself on the back. I told JJ whenever y'all hired him, like, y'all got a real one here.
No,
this dude is legit. Y'all need to raise the money and just pay him whatever he wants. Fire Manny.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm down for him to be the head coach. Except Manny is good at recruiting, like really good. He owns the portal.
I mean, that's what most cricket youth pastors are good
Yes.
at manipulating children. So Manny Diaz looks like a crooked youth pastor. That's his thing.
Well, Mark, congratulations, though. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, did you just
Yeah,
go? He
enjoy
said he
that.
doesn't want to talk crap, but he called into a radio station just to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, that was
Better,
it.
you're a
Yeah.
better man than me. You're a
Well,
better
just
man.
one question for you too. So, I saw where Tate Martell and Herbert and
Who?
a couple of other, yeah, exactly, a couple of other players opted out this season. And my question is, I'm presuming that the only reason this year, when you can't lose a year of eligibility, if you're opting out, is because maybe you're nervous about being around a team because of the pandemic, or maybe you've got somebody at home that you want to be with. But otherwise, am I missing something why somebody would opt out, not get this free year of experience instead of not playing ball? And I'll take it off the air.
Well, I mean, there's one or two reasons.
Rousseau opted out because he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Right. There's that, and that's understandable. And then the other reason is you stink. And Tate Martell. I didn't know he opted out.
Neither did I. He certainly hasn't been around.
I mean, him opting out isn't changing his playing time.
He was
Right.
playing wide receiver.
Again, it's not changing. Well, he may have gotten in the other night.
Can I give a little bright spot and instead of all this negativity before I get back into negativity?
A bright spot for
Football.
for FSU?
For football in general. In
Well,
life.
we're all giddy about football right now.
What I'm saying is that there's a lot of teams that have been employing a phrase that I've said, I think, since we've started this show.
Okay.
If you want to win,
Yes.
you have to do this one thing.
Okay.
You've got to give the damn ball to the fullback.
Even if it's a pass.
KC, it wasn't even a pass. Pat Mahomes understands that these guys don't get the ball that often.
I think Mike Leach would disagree with
Do you know what Pat Mahomes did?
What?
He underhand tossed it to the fullback.
It was the weirdest play I've
was
ever
weird.
seen.
I've never seen it. I've never
Are
seen
you
that
telling
happen.
me
Everybody
that they
ran
scored?
one
They
way,
scored.
yeah.
Are you telling me the fullback scored instead of him throwing it to Travis Kelce?
Yes.
Yes.
That is BS.
Yes.
I don't even know who the fullback is. I'm
Kelce
sure he's
had
a
a
great.
He's another white guy.
Yeah, Kelce had a chance.
I'm sure he's a great guy. But
Listen,
I need
man.
I don't need him. I want the point.
We had a fullback hurdle a guy, and somebody said fullbacks aren't athletes, and I'm like, that's BS.
Ooh.
He hurdled a guy standing
Racist.
straight up though.
Did
Old
Florida
school,
State
old
use
school
one?
fullbacks
Just
would
run
have
him
ran
over.
through him.
Just run him over.
Did Florida State even use one on Saturday?
You know what? I posted
Because
this.
they were
And
near the
again,
goal line.
I posted this, and people said, James, chill out. I was like, I'm not hating. I just took a screenshot. It's 4th and 1. They really had 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1.
Yes.
I know a play that works against Miami very well
You've
in those
done it
situations.
before.
I've got. Trust me, I've done the research. And
CTE
what do?
to prove it.
We go shotgun, quarterback drop, quarterback blast. I guess is what you would
Lose
call
like
it.
5 yards.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's 4th and 1. If you're gonna,
I mean,
have
to be fair, y'all's team was a little bit more physical than the team that's there now.
That's the
Yes.
problem. Is you train kids. I'm pseudo retired. I don't know what I am. One day I want to work, the other day I don't. But I do know this: is kids will rise and fall to the level of your expectations. If you lower the standard, they're not gonna go over the standard. The few that will are the ones that are gonna be
Wait, you
successful.
know the Mike
anyway.
Norvell standard?
No, I'm just talking about in general.
Oh,
If your
doesn't
standard,
he have a standard?
he says that.
Okay.
And fans are trying to make him not say that. And he keeps telling them, please hold me accountable. Stop babying me. Take the nipple out my mouth and let me breathe because I'm a grown-ass man. But people still want to make every excuse for him. That's not what I'm saying. My point is if a 4th and 1, you don't have the guys. I don't care about the defense. If 4th and 1, you don't have the guys to be able to line up and get 1 yard. That means you haven't established a culture of dominance. You haven't got bullies there. That's on you. That's on you.
Poor Mark called because he was excited about Miami.
But no. But Miami did that. Miami said, bump y'all. We're going to punch you in the mouth. And Miami fans should be excited because that's
Miami goes for it on 4th down all the time.
and they got it damn near every time. I don't think did Miami. It was only 2 drives Miami didn't score on.
And that was when their starters left. They didn't have to punt until when the starters were out.
You know how hard. Do you know how hard it is to score 35 points in a half?
Like the time wise.
Like, yeah, just the
does he
time.
even
Like-
have the ball
Like
that much?
everything has to. You can't do that in a scrimmage.
And I don't even think there was any takeaways in the first half. I could be wrong about that, but
I got to be completely honest with y'all. I watched maybe 5 minutes of that game, and it was one of those
And
where
that wasn't too much.
well, no, it was
You know
one of those
what
where
I
it's like,
knew?
and this is sad. Florida State, Miami is appointment viewing. Like, you
Of
clear your
course.
calendar. It was 8:00, and I went, oh, wait, Miami, Florida State's on. Like, I didn't even remember. I was watching some other game that really wasn't even that good.
You know when I knew Florida State was in trouble? It was the first drive, and they almost actually scored a touchdown on the drive. It was because they were having to do so many trickeration plays and like, hey, look this way, we're gonna go this way type plays, like everything they were having to do on the first drive. And I was like, if they're having to pull out all the stops now,
I'm watching Arkansas because I needed to see for myself earlier that day. And I watched a dumb-ass offensive coordinator run a reverse
worst timing ever.
on the goal line,
Worst
on his
timing
own goal line. There's a few rules that anybody who's ever been in an offense or had the pleasure of calling offense, no matter what level you're on, you do not run a toss. You don't run slow developing plays unless you're Mark Richt and your balls are swollen the size of grapefruits and you decide to run a play action against Clemson. But you also know you have a NFL offensive line and you've got a cat in Snoop Minutes that's going to get a step. But you don't do that. So I'm thinking, you know what? Told y'all about Kendall Browse, blah, blah, blah. I see us run. We weren't just going to run a reverse. He wanted to pass it. Why? Like we just got a turnover. And most of the time, you get a turnover, you take them deep. Boom. Take the top off the defense. But we ran a reverse pass, and you're getting tackled. And instead of just getting tackled, you decide you want to throw it because this is Jordan Travis who did this.
Right.
The fast quarterback.
You were really going to fool people by putting your quarterback in to run it over.
The one who doesn't have an arm. That's the guy that's trying to throw it. Like, I don't know how you got to have a strong arm to throw it when you're falling down. DJ would have done it.
Tar out of it.
I don't even know. Do we want to just make this 8 o'clock?
No, we got plenty for 8 o'clock.
So,
I got Kirby. I still got Kirby.
Okay, so I mean,
we do have to break, but we should take this Florida State call before we break.
Go ahead.
Okay. Andre, what's going on?
What's going on? Big James, I got a question. When are we, as Seminoles, going to go back down to Miami and go over that bridge in that neighborhood and start bringing some of them knuckleheads back up there to FSU? Forget these choir boys. We need some knuckleheads. Some dudes that ain't got nothing to lose.
Can I answer you this? I'm going to answer you. You know what? Typically, you got to be from Florida to be able to go in there, or you got to have some Florida ties. You can't bring a guy who's not from this way. You got Dugans and you got Dale, but Dale that ain't his thing right now. I'm not going to beat that. And Dugans can only bring in who's approved. They're literally going out of state to go get guys. They're not even attempting to do that. And those are the guys that our fan base. All right, Tag was inept.
Those guys need to wear hoodies as well.
Tag was the guy wore his. Tag was inept. And Tag did things unorganized. But we allowed a lot of borderline things to be said. Thugs was a word that we've heard a lot of. We still hear it. We still hear a lot of verbiage. So you know what you start doing when you hear that and you hire somebody, you try to stay away from those. But those same people love those thugs and that uncharactered discipline, the undisciplinedness when you're winning. And that's all I saw with Miami. I don't care about what it looks like. Can I ask you something? I'll admit it, did the game look more organized? Were the guys lined up correctly?
There was less penalties.
No, there wasn't. Way more.
It looked like last year.
But thank you.
Sorry.
At least you know what you're honest. You're honest. You're honest.
I was going to say.
You're honest. But everybody's, well, at least it looks organized. So what? You lost 52-10. You know what? If a guy has to line up backwards to get a positive play, line your ass up backwards. I'd rather that. Like, don't wrap me dog doo-doo in a Christmas box and tell me it's better. It's still dog
trash. I can line up trash cans along the street. It looks organized. Guess what? It's still trash.
There we go. You know what? That is that is a breath of fresh air. You are a guy who's going to benefit when our program one day turns around. But I'm gonna tell you this, the truth. Mike got 4 years, maybe even 5. I'm not on the 5. You can't fire him.
4 though?
You can't
day and age?
We can't afford to fire him.
Oh, literally.
We literally can't. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm not on the fire train because I know we can't do it.
Bro.
We're looking at people thought the lost decade. They thought the lost decade was bad. People talk about Jeffrey Bowden. Jeffrey Bowden never did that. Jeff Bowden put up 27, should have won. It wasn't Jeff Bowden's fault that Florida State lost in 02. It was actually Mickey Andrews, the legend's fault that we lost because we couldn't get one stop.
Y'all need to do one of those things like the companies do where they file for bankruptcy. So they don't have to pay people.
Like somebody else comes in.
Dude.
Yeah. Y'all need to sell Florida
Fires
State.
everybody.
$18 million to William Jerome Taggart. 23 if you add the first year. I don't know. I think Mike is getting paid like was it 20 or something like that.
No,
so
he gave $1 million back, remember?
Okay, give $2 million back. But anyways, if we're looking at all these numbers right here, we're looking at all these numbers. You could have just built the indoor practice facility and paid Candy to leave. It kept Jimbo. I'm just saying, like, with all this money that we're spending.
You could get Jimbo to come back.
All
I don't
these
know how
guys,
much longer he'll be
I don't know if I want him. I think he's tainted. But, like, all this stuff that we're talking about that it looks better is loser talk. Is loser blood.
Right.
And you're comparing it to Tag, and that's not the standard, and Mike knows he's not comparing himself to. The coolest thing about all of this is the coach himself is telling people, hold me accountable. And what is everybody doing? Oh, well, we didn't have a spring.
It's reverse psychology.
We didn't have a spring. We didn't have this. Let me tell you about the
people
spring.
really is the fan base in general making excuses for
Yes.
Mike? Wow,
Yes.
I didn't expect that, honestly.
They're losers.
This was
Loser blood.
A drubbing on Saturday.
You got beat by your rival 52-10. One of the worst ass whippings in the rivalry history. And you're saying at least they looked organized. Y'all let y'all children get bullied and beat up. My mama, let me tell you, when I got my ass whooped when I was 5 years old by my mama, by somebody in the neighborhood we had just moved into, I came up to my mama with my Oshkosh Bagosh overalls all busted up. She looked at me and said, who messed up your Oshkosh Bagosh overalls? She didn't sit there and say, well, that's okay, baby. You're going to grow. You're going to hit puberty. One day you'll be better. You'll recruit. No, she grabbed me by my ear. She grabbed me by my ear, drug me to that boy's house, and she said, you either whip his ass and make him look worse than yours, or I'm going to whoop your ass. That's what you should do as a fan base. Stop raising punks. Stop allowing it. You can support them. Now, if I would have got my ass whooped, you know what my mama would have said? Well, that dog just ain't got no bite. I love you, baby. Come here. We'll go buy you some more overalls. But she wasn't going to allow me to at least not try.
She's not an enabler.
She's not an enabler. She knew what it's like to be a single woman and raising a kid in the projects. She wasn't going to just let me sit there and get beat up every day. You were allowing your kids to be bullied. Don't bring how you raised your children to a program that I helped build. Take that with your own kids. That's why your kids can't play at Florida State. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, dog. I apologize. Man, we got to go to break. Oh, my bad. That was all in my heart.
You just blacked out, Andre.
I didn't know it.
Andre, I appreciate the call,
Thank you,
man.
Andre,
We got to hit a break.
Sorry about that, man.
We still got 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock coming up next.
A heavyweight doubleheader in the SEC. Texas A&M, Alabama, followed by Auburn and Georgia. College Football Saturday on 1010XL is brought to you by Community First Credit Union and Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group. Our coverage begins at 3.
Don't let the COVID whip your ass. Make sure you go to Quick Draw Testing, 3545 St. John's Bluff Road, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's no appointments necessary. $40, you can go in and test yourself and see if you do have the COVID. If you're a business, they offer bulk testing to you as well at a discount, and they also come and clean and sanitize your offices. They have an 8-hour hand sanitizer that keeps you safe as everything opens up and you're going to these different parties and out and about. QuickDrawRapidTesting.com is where you need to go, or call 495-2986 and tell them the Sports Den sent you. QuickDrawRapidTesting.com.
Baloo here for Shinatri Chiropractic. I had neck surgery. I have back pain, going there all the time for adjustments. Even fell down coming out of the shower, injured my tailbone. Fixed me up wonderfully. They're the official chiropractor for JU Athletics. effective diagnosis and treatment on the lower back or neck pain. If chiropractic adjusting isn't for you, they have acupuncture and dry needling for your pain and tension. What a friendly staff as well. Call them 743-6700 at 2711 University Boulevard.
This is Doug Marone, head coach of your Jacksonville Jaguars, here to tell you that it's time to get in the game. Make your voice heard by exercising your right to vote this November. The ballot is your chance to make a difference. It's your opportunity to make a play. So get off the sidelines. Visit jaguars.com/vote to get registered. The choice is yours. The time is now. Register to vote by October 5th and get in the game.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters. Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. 2 things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003 and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the 4th-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers, to trailer hitches, and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Fenwick Home Services Fall Tune-Up event is on. Beat the crowds and call now to get your 21-point full system tune-up now for just $59. Plus, lock in your comprehensive full system spring AC tune-up for just $29. Fenwick pros always wear gloves and a face mask, disinfect tools and surfaces, and follow CDC guidelines. So don't wait. Call 660-0556 or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
8 o'clock brought to you every night by Loose Air Quality, L-U-C-E, airquality.com. Environmental testing for your home or your business. That's Loose Air Quality. Make sure you get by there if you think you may have some mold issues. Or if you just want to be sure, like if you're buying a new house, you probably want to find out how the air quality is before you go and spend all that money. Probably a good idea to give them a call and just get that checked out. L-U-C-E, airquality.com, or you can call them at 904-803-1014. That's Loose Air Quality. 8 o'clock. I'll get to the text line in just a little bit. We've got some things to get to on 8 o'clock. Georgia. I'm not hating on, people are going to think that I'm hating on that Carson didn't get in, Carson Beck, somebody I trained. I'm not at all. Not at all. Here's what I don't understand about Georgia. Kirby Smart is better at what side of the ball, James?
Defense.
So should Kirby Smart maybe bow out of the quarterback conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Has he not proven that when he has to pick a quarterback, he picks wrong? Like, if you watch that game against Arkansas, how in the hell do you go through 4 or 5 weeks of practice and go, that's our starter? Like, what did you see a single thing that kid did that made you go, oh, he's got a chance?
I was, man, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he should have took the Mike Leach approach.
Go ahead.
Like, just, okay, I think I'm racist. So what? I win football games. Like, I'm just going to do whatever. Like, there's been a lot of not as loud because Georgia is winning a little bit more. But, Justin Fields said that. Another guy said that went to Ole Miss, I think, that said, he heard some disparaging comments and things like that. Like, so he played the black quarterback. And
didn't even think of that.
I'm pro best player. Like, I love this Monday Night Football game. Mm-hmm. It gives me joy because of the things that were said in the past, that they weren't smart enough and stuff like that. That being said,
did you just see that pass by Mahomes, by the way? Sick.
Yes. Shout out to my fantasy team. But my point, but I want the best player to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's clear that this guy doesn't throw the football forward very well.
No, he doesn't. DeJuan Mathis is who we're talking about.
I was sitting there. I was watching the game. At first, I saw the score first, and I'm like, "This is the hell's going on
7-5 at half."
Yeah, I'm like, this doesn't look right.
It's a baseball score.
And then, now they eventually got it right, but I'm like, dude, this dude doesn't. Why is he still in the game? And I immediately was thinking, like, well, did Carson kill a man? Like, what did he do? And then I'm like, okay, well, they'll put somebody. Then the other guy came in.
Stetson Bennett.
He ended up settling down.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell me he wasn't terrified when he first went in there.
Bro, if Stetson Bennett is your quarterback for the rest of the year and you're Georgia, you are going to get rolled by Alabama. You may get beat by Auburn this week. And Florida is going to embarrass you.
Like, I just don't understand how people can be like, who are these people? Were they like heavily recruited?
So Stetson Bennett is, and so all right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm going to educate you here. So DeJuan Mathis, the kid that started.
Yeah, he's going to be a wide receiver.
He was heavily recruited. He's a 4-star out of Michigan who went to Georgia, had a cyst on his brain, and had brain surgery.
Oh, this is that. Okay. No, I still don't feel bad because he sucked. But, like, that's sad.
You want to see him?
I feel bad that he had to go through that.
I feel bad.
Yeah, I feel like, but I don't feel bad for what I said. It's the truth.
I feel bad that he immediately took off running down the field and took the hardest hit we saw in all of college football. And then the next series is 3rd down. He's running. There's 2 yards to get to the first down marker with nobody in between him, and he steps out of bounds. He's like, I ain't taking that hit again against Arkansas. So he gets pulled. So Stetson Bennett comes in, who there's a story behind him. He goes to Georgia, leaves Georgia because he's not playing, goes to a JUCO, comes back to Georgia. And now this is who bailed them out. And then you've got JT Daniels, who was miraculously medically better today and cleared.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Carson Beck, and that's your quarterback room. Now, remember, Georgia fans, this is where I'm going to troll you a little bit. Because here's where y'all can't say nothing. is all of you guys were on the, oh my gosh, Jamie Newman is going to win the Heisman and he is what we needed and he is the best quarterback. None of y'all ever saw Jamie Newman play.
Not
ever.
a person.
Not one single person. Y'all trying to tell me he's going to be a top 10 pick.
I think
he's
they
not.
Just knew he was better than maybe they knew he was better than the boy with the cyst. And
if you
Scott
listen
Bentley,
to Georgia, he was better
Scott
than
Bentley or whatever his name is.
He was better than Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
He was better than Fromm. He was better. And then y'all told me JT Daniels, when he transfers in, this dude is going to be legit. JT Daniels hasn't been taking starting reps for a while, okay? And then when everybody thought DeJuan Mathis was going to be the guy, oh my gosh, y'all wait till y'all see DeJuan Mathis take the field. This all Georgia fans want to talk about. Let's just agree that y'all know nothing about quarterbacks in Georgia. Nothing. Defense, legit. Richard LeCounte may be one of the, if not the best defensive player in the country, one of the top 5 best. Legit. Offensive line, a little sketchy now. Y'all got a real deal at tight end. You got some good receivers.
That boy, I remember everybody picking on him because he couldn't catch at the Under Armour game, but he made a clutch catch.
Washington. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. Y'all always have good running backs. Stay out the quarterback business right now with Kirby. Just stay out the business because y'all obviously cannot get this right. You got Justin Fields playing at Ohio State, right? You brought in a grad transfer who everybody thought was going to, y'all tried to tell me was going to be a top 15 pick. He opted out.
Top 15 quarterbacks pick?
Top 15 pick in the draft. JJ, am I lying?
No.
That's what was trying to be sold to us. I can tell y'all he's got a 5th round grade, okay? That's the grade that he has, Jamie Newman. And he's a good guy. I like him. He's a good dude. He didn't opt out for health reasons, okay? It's just, y'all got this squad. Now figure out the dang quarterback position until you do, go away for a little while. Just process what happened on Saturday and realize it ain't that easy to win a natty. Right? You got to get by Auburn this week. Then you've got Alabama in a couple weeks. You got Florida in a few weeks after that. You got to schedule, win you a couple of those, and then circle back around about the natty. That's all.
Jamie Newman does look like a genius right now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Can he come back?
I think anybody can come back.
He ain't coming back.
Yeah, why would you now?
He's not coming back.
Man, Georgia can write him a check now.
That's what.
I mean, what they going to do? He going to snitch on himself? Just tell him to hold it.
Here's what I told Carson, and here's the great thing for all these young men in the quarterback room. I believe every one of them is going to get a chance because I'm not sure there is a clear number 1 guy right there right now. Whoever takes advantage of the opportunity is going to get it. Stetson took advantage the second half, but that's Arkansas. They haven't won a conference game since JJ's been alive.
Who's after? Sorry to cut you off. Auburn. Do they have any soft spots where they could just be like, all right, let's try to get Carson in here, have an easy game, or how's that going to work?
I'm looking it up right now. After Auburn, they have Tennessee, and then after Tennessee, they have Alabama, and then they have Kentucky, and then they have a bye week in Florida. That's their first 5 games.
The minute they play a team with a competent offensive coordinator, they're done.
You want to put this?
They have to go score for
James,
score with.
You're forgetting that Arkansas has nothing.
No, what they have? Felipe Franks, a guy who people do.
Dude, Felipe played well.
Hold on, I'm just saying, they have Felipe as a better they had a quarterback. I know they had a running back that was decent. They had a guy who came out there who thought it was ideal to run a reverse on the goal line.
Right, but what I'm saying is he's not the only issue.
No. What I'm saying is Arkansas's defense played well.
Oh yeah, Arkansas's defense.
So that's what I'm saying. In the beginning of that game, if they had competent offense, it would have been a lot bigger. I think Georgia would have come back.
Coordinator.
No, not Georgia's offensive coordinator. If Arkansas had somebody who can,
if Georgia had to go score for score with somebody,
because they had short field at times. They had
I don't care if Arkansas has Brian Johnson or Dan Mullen as offensive coordinator.
If they can't draw, it looked like last year. What I saw last year.
Yeah, the talent's not there at Arkansas. It's not. It's not. But I guess the bigger picture is, Georgia, you don't play Arkansas again. You've got Auburn, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, and Florida. That's your next 5. You better find your guy, or your expectations are gone. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my hate o'clock. My hate o'clock is just you hold off on those expectations until y'all find your dude. That's it.
I would tell you this: keep your expectations, but just understand you have to be critical. Like you're going to be criticized if this. Like, I mean, don't ever change. If you're a good team, if you're a good program, and you believe you should be competing for SEC and national championships, that's your expectations, and that should be what you have to meet every year. When you don't do that, it's not saying fire Kirby. It's just saying we're going to judge it based upon that. Don't do what my alma mater is doing right now. Where it's okay, it's not okay. Like if they lose, you judge them, and then you love up on them later on. But you call it what it is. If the baby ugly, you call the baby ugly. Why? At least if you know the baby's ugly, you could dress it up in some pretty clothes. But they won't even acknowledge that the baby is cross-eyed with patchy hair.
Listen, I'm not hating on Georgia.
It's Parenteau not needing slew-footed.
I'm not hating on Georgia for the expectations because their defense is as good as anybody in the country. I'm just saying y'all got to find that dude. That's all I'm trying to say.
Who starts on Saturday?
You want to hear something crazy?
JT.
No. I think they run DeJuan back up there.
Ooh.
Was that the first or the second one?
The first one.
Whoa.
DeJuan?
I believe that if you made me bet right now, that's where I would go. Just because I think Kirby is hard-headed enough to say, no, I was right on this. And he just had a bad game. And if he's right, then he's right. I don't believe he is. Hate o'clock's over. We've basically spent.
This show's been pretty hate-filled, yeah.
Yeah. You still got a lot.
I still have
I can tell.
I still have a lot
you
more
keep
that
trying
I
to
wanna
bring it
get.
back around.
I have a lot more that I have to get off my chest, man.
We got to circle back to the Jags, too, I think.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Plenty to
Jags.
hate on with that, too. So.
Yeah. Well, plenty of football to talk about. We'll do that coming up next.
Get play-by-play under the Friday Night Lights on 1010XL.
It's the Bulls Bulldogs hosting Palatka. Friday night at 7:30 on 1010 AM.
All offers with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Jeep Adventure Days.
Kick off your fall with huge savings on the cars, trucks, and SUVs you love to drive. From Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. All Ram trucks are sale priced at up to $11,000 off MSRP. There's no better truck than Ram. Save up to $11,000. Get up to 25% off on any Charger or Challenger. Drive a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee from just $337 a month. Get 0% financing. Make no monthly payments for 90 days. See our inventory at #1CJD.com. Get up to $7,000 off Cherokee and up to $8,000 on Compass. Trade in that car, truck, or SUV you don't like driving anymore and trade up to a brand new one you'll love for years. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Honest and friendly service you can count on. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, right across from the Regency Square Mall.
You worked hard for years. You've given everything to your company. But the minute you get injured at work, your employer shows you something you never saw coming. They care more about the money than they care about you. They will say you got hurt somewhere else or you already had that injury. We see employers try to sweep an injury under the rug and offer to pay you directly if you'll agree not to file a claim. Don't fall for it. Instead, come in and talk to one of our workers' comp law specialists here at Farah & Farah. We know all the laws that are designed to protect you. In recent years, under pressure from the insurance lobby, the legislature has made it harder to fight these workers' comp cases. So some law firms won't even take them. That's not how we do things here at Farah & Farah. Your consultation is free. Farah & Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979. Call us at 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Over 300 children in Northeast Florida are currently undergoing cancer treatment. 84% of families whose child is tackling cancer will experience financial hardship. This is Tom Coughlin, and September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is represented by the Gold Ribbon. Go gold this September with the Tom Coughlin J Fund to help our neighbors and community members tackling this devastating disease. Visit tcjfund.org/gogold for more information.
rediscovered the comfort of being home. Prosser here. Lifetime Enclosures can help with sunrooms, screen enclosures, lanai conversions, outdoor kitchens, you name it. They've got it. My parents invested in their comfort with Lifetime Enclosures. They love their new and improved outdoor space. By coming into their showroom, you can enjoy up to an additional $450 in savings at Lifetime Enclosures. Their staff observes all CDC guidelines and social distancing. And don't forget to stop by Lifetime Flooring next door. Tell them Jeff sent you. License CRC 028471.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm Hayes Carline, and what I say goes. Listen to my closing argument presented by the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell weekdays on The Franchi Show. Can you handle the truth?
Why worry about homeowners insurance coverage? Ask your agent today about making the change to Southern Oak. We're here year-round to put you at ease in the event a storm damages your home.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Contractors, need concrete demoed and hauled off? Get that concrete the plunk out of there. Call Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. We want to recycle that clean concrete and have a storage yard to take it on. Need a pump truck or concrete can? We rent them. Now hiring equipment operators and construction superintendents. Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. 924-0006. Or online at CustomConcreteJacks.com. That's CustomConcreteJacks.com. Get that concrete the plunk out of there.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom-made suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Quick Draw Rapid Testing Studios. Now, when you go to quickdrawrapidtesting.com, it's QUIK, right?
Yes.
No C.
No C.
Lose the C. QUIK. We just found that out. QuickDrawRapidTesting.com without the C in quick. So COVID testing, they've got. He was telling me the other day, like they got some new stuff coming. Like it's crazy what all they're doing over there.
Yep.
The 8-hour hand sanitizer, all that kind of stuff. Go to QuickDrawRapidTesting.com. QUIK. There you go. Got that out. Wanted to make sure we got that. So Jags crap the bed on Thursday night.
Mahomes, jeez.
FSU, did he do something again?
Yes, he just
threw
threw like a
touchdown?
60-yard bomb.
Wow. This game's getting out of hand.
27-10.
Yeah.
Not even half.
This game's getting out of hand quick. Who caught it?
Hardman.
Oh, Miko Hardman, who's on my bench right now.
He mine too. He only pops up once every 4 games for a bomb and then disappears. All right, go ahead.
Jeez, is it a simple out and up?
Wide open.
My gosh. Jags absolutely crapped the bed on Thursday night on national TV. It was ugly. It was painful to watch. I had to force myself to watch that whole game. We've talked plenty about Florida State. I'm not going to get James riled up again. Georgia wins, Florida wins, Miami wins. Oklahoma, however,
I'm happy.
How do you let that happen? How much were they up by? Like 20-something? Pulling up the box score now.
It's partially because of their quarterback. Not partially. It's all due to their quarterback.
Go ahead, Spencer Rattler.
Remember when Joey came to the facility that one day?
Joey
with that mess
Gatewood.
in his head?
Yep. Yes, I do.
And do you remember what I told? As a guy,
It was like the little baby cornrows.
yeah,
like,
with
yeah.
dreads,
Like twisties.
with a guy with dreads.
Right.
The first thing I said to him, cut that out your head, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't think quarterbacks should have dreads. I don't care about that. I care about if you can throw the ball. It just looks weird on some people.
Who's a good quarterback with dreads?
Omar Jacobs.
College, yeah.
That was a good 20 years ago, but that's the only one I can think of that's good.
Did Frenchie have dreads?
Francois?
He had what Spencer has, but his were longer.
Oh, okay.
And he put them up in the bun, which I can no longer pick about people with buns.
Okay.
By the way, you guys have to be thinking about the Francois days like, whoa, great times.
2017? No, 2016.
He was on the same team with Blackman.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Crazy.
He
Blackman's
got hurt.
been around
He got hurt.
forever.
He got hurt in 17.
Alabama
That's what
game,
Blackman
yeah.
played. 2016, boy, to have that back, would kill for those days.
Text line had to cue us in that UCF won. Congratulations.
Who did they play? East Carolina?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Spencer Rattler with those little multiple rat tails on his head just doesn't look right, man.
Why in the football rankings would Ohio State be as low as what they are?
This is their first week they're in.
They got to earn it. They can't justify not ranking them, so they have to put them somewhere.
I mean,
we know what Ohio State's going to do. I really personally think if you didn't play football in September, you should not be eligible for the playoff.
Really?
Like, no.
The Pac-12 is kind of ridiculous. Like, they're going to play 7 games.
What I'm saying is, like,
you
made a stance. You said you not only did you make a stance, you said you made a stance based on scientific data.
As a Southerner,
why are you changing it? Why are you changing it?
I want them to be.
Me too. As a Southerner, I want them to be in so they can get beat once again. And because if they're not in, then they get to do the whole like, we would have done this or would have done that.
They'll pull a
Shut your
UCF
ass
and hang.
up.
They'll pull a UCF and hang a championship banner.
Well, I'm saying they're still
exactly.
They're
Big
still
10
gonna
/
do it
Natty
because
champs.
they're gonna say, well, we didn't have as much rest time, and you guys got a chance to do more. I'm like, no,
They are, but that excuse it doesn't work as good when
we didn't
you're
have a spring
losing by 50 to Clemson. And
Here we go again.
Semis.
So the AP
Coach
top
had COVID.
25. Yeah. The AP top 25 right now is Clemson, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Auburn, Miami, Texas, and Penn State is your top 10.
So Georgia is above
Ohio State.
now.
Right now.
Georgia shouldn't be above a lot of those teams. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out to after this week, and I don't think Auburn's that great, by the way. But I think that's gonna be a good
Certainly
game.
struggled in the first half. What did you guys think of that targeting call that took away the
Florida player?
No, the one in the UK Auburn game. I don't know if you saw it. It was
I
a
didn't see it.
100-yard interception return for a touchdown.
I didn't see it. The Florida one was
man.
absolute crap.
The
by
one
way.
where Trask was they put his body weight on him or whatever they said. Is
Well,
that the one you're
no.
talking
The
about?
Florida safety got
That one was trash.
That one was too. The Florida safety got ejected early.
I don't think I saw that.
It was like when they went to review it, I thought, oh well, he's good. And then they came back and he was kicked out. I'm like, what in the
hate it.
world? And it was a weird thing. Like they kicked him out, but kept playing the game. They went to review, but kept playing the game. It's like they came back from commercial, and 3 plays had already been run.
And
that
then
was
they
the
kicked
other
him out?
part too. Was like they didn't stop the game.
What?
Yeah. It was like they went to review, they go to commercial, they come back, and they're like, just to update you, there's been 3 plays run, and such was kicked out of the game.
Wait, you missed 3 plays during the commercial?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it was
That
the weirdest
happened?
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
How does the ESPN director let that
Didn't have a
happen?
spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID.
So many people opted out.
Dom has 8 o'clock. He says, I would literally rather see UM play UF in the championship than see any Big 10 or Pac-12 school.
Amen, brother.
They shouldn't be allowed to be in it. I don't care if they go undefeated. Can't tell everyone your season's canceled, then wait till after all the other conferences take all the risk of playing a season and decide to cash in on their efforts a few weeks later. That's fair.
That's my point. Is that
RG3 did have dreads.
Oh,
he had dreads?
He had
I thought
like
he had
baby dreads.
I thought he had like 2-strand twists.
Yeah, I wouldn't call those
like
dreads.
I'm committed. This is locked.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing like.
And Dom,
I can get
Dom
them,
did call them middle school girl dreads.
Yeah, I can get them like, but it's not going to be as long as it was if I try to get my hair back. Like I either got to cut this and start over, or I stick with what I have. RG3 has that thing where he can unstrand them and then have his all
Have an
hair.
afro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to commit to the process if you're going to have dreads.
How long would your hair be if it was
My hair is already down to my
like?
ass.
Yeah,
so
that
it'd
would be
probably
insane.
It'd probably
I couldn't
be to
even
my
imagine.
hamstrings. That's too much, though. I wouldn't have had it that long.
548 UGA will be fine. We'll handle Gators no problem. Okay.
Please
I
do.
hope you're right.
Okay.
Please do. I can only root against people at this point. I know we're helpless.
Texas A&M, Florida,
Yeah,
Miami.
We're helpless right now. I don't
Oh,
think
I was there for decades.
there was
bro.
a thread with a whole bunch of like Marvin Jones, Freddie Stevens, a bunch of us talking.
Sad thread.
And they're like, and like Marvin's like, we winning it, like we're gonna bet. It's like it's a 27 point favorites. We haven't scored 27 points
Y'all
this
are
season.
27-point favorites this week?
I was like, dog, you can't justifiably put money on that.
Jacksonville State?
Yeah. And Jacksonville State has a quarterback who's thrown for 60 touchdowns in his career, like the last couple seasons.
Do they play, or is this their first game of the year?
That's a good question.
question.
All I know is he's 2 touchdowns away from breaking the school record. And the only thing I could think about is he's about to break the school record.
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter, like
in Doak.
Our guys don't
Wait,
defend the pass very well.
according to this is their first game, and they only have 4 games.
Oh, so they just play a bunch of really big schools.
They play Florida State, Mercer,
So they've been
North
studying
Alabama,
you
and
guys.
FIU.
They got a bunch of film on us, man.
Yeah,
Is
they've
that
been
right?
studying y'all
We run a
for
3-3.
weeks.
We run a 3-3-5. Can't get any pass rush. We drop 8, and magically Miami guys were just running wide ass open. I have no idea.
It was wild.
And people, sorry, I know we got to take a break, but people are like, oh, they're in position to make plays. Their position is behind everybody playing catch up. It was amazing. I was like, I've never seen people be that wide open before. Like, I don't even to Derek King's. It's kind of like what I said with Russo. I feel bad for him.
And he missed some throws.
I feel bad for him. He won't be able to use this tape.
If y'all lose,
Derek King won't be able to use
Because
tape.
they're so bad.
They're
It's
so
like,
wide
this is
open.
a
It's
1AA
not a
team.
good read.
if y'all lose to a team playing their first game and only playing 4 games all year, that is the lowest of lows.
And I'm just saying, I'm not saying we're losing, but I can't come out and tell you we're going to beat the spread.
I can't see them losing this. I mean, they
What? You
almost
can't
lost to
see them?
Samford, but they still won that game.
I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I can certainly see them losing.
I don't know, man.
Oh, Denard Robinson,
Damn, Butker missed another
quarterback
one.
with dreads.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoelace.
sure.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, I'd forgotten about Denard. Huh. 3 o'clock Saturday, October 3rd.
I got 2 tickets if anybody wants them. Just hit me up. Like,
Is that Notre Dame?
I'll get you to you.
No, that's Jacksonville State.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on Fox Sports South.
Is it Notre Dame after that? I believe it is.
When do y'all play Clemson?
We play Notre Dame,
Not-
North Carolina, Pittsburgh. Here, I'm gonna read you this real quick.
Miami plays Clemson next week.
And I want you to.
They have a bye this week.
After I read this to you, I
Game
want
day
you to
will be
tell
there.
me what all these people have in common. Okay, just remember that.
Go ahead.
Pitt,
Undefeated.
Duke. I'm on worry about Clemson, North Carolina State, Louisville, UNC. Yeah, that's it.
What do they all have in common?
Common?
They're all in the top 20 of sacks in the nation.
Duke is?
Duke is right now number 5 in the nation.
Really?
Damn.
They have 10 sacks on the season.
Wow.
That O line was bad.
And we play all of those guys.
Oh boy.
I actually thought your offense was better with the running quarterback in, even though you know he's not ever going to throw it.
All right, we have one 4-star whose brother goes to Miami, who I wouldn't be shocked if he wants to go hang out with his brother. A 4-star that just committed, a 4-star that is a DB everybody's going after, and then a quarterback who everybody is crystal balling to Ole Miss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 3-stars committed, one of which is a tight end who has absolutely no film playing tight end, just 7-on-7 practice film at a junior college.
Is that a red flag?
Everybody expects Mike to flip this roster with that. This isn't emotions. This is
cold hard
This
facts.
is the facts. This is what it is. We could have kept Jerome for this. Willie Taggart. That's our nickname for Willie Taggart.
Why do
Yeah, we have a plan.
Like the
What about
craziest
Odell?
thing. You know what? I brought this up. and I know we got to take a break. This is what probably should have happened. If we want to be honest, if we wanted to move on from tag, it's clear that this was not the first choice. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not even double down on what I did, but it's clear. You don't spend the kind of money we spent. Like when you step back and think about it for a Group of 5 coach, you have the most aggressive fundraising campaign in your booster history. Like, just think about that. Like, all of these things, and then Mike Norvell, good coach. Like, those things don't typically.
I'm not giving up on him yet.
No.
Well, let me ask a question.
Saying,
Serious question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Mike Stoops was the head coach right now, what would the team look like? I don't think they would be 0-2.
Defensively, they would be way better.
They'd be 1-1.
And they'd have a much better attitude. I still think the Miami game, looking at what Lashley did.
Yeah.
But what Mike Stoops did, what people give Pruitt, rightfully so, a ton of credit. But Pruitt walked into a situation with a guy who completely rebuilt that defense in Mike Stoops. So Mark Stoops. But he came in and put the pieces in there, taught them what he wanted to do, got them playing fast and physical. That's why I believe it would be better. But forget all of that. If you knew you couldn't get any of these guys, put Odell on a 2-year. Try to get him a good offensive coordinator. Try to get him something else. And at worst,
don't be locked into anything.
You're not not locked into anything. In 2 years, you can either keep him paid as a high-paid assistant if he's doing well and you want to keep him on, and then you go find Mike, the Mike Norvell or somebody like that. But get somebody who can create some consistency, be a stopgap, and then you make the best hire. It's not saying that Mike won't work. I believe Mike will work eventually, but damn if it's not ugly right now. And it looks like it's going to be harder because you got LSU twice, Alabama, Notre Dame. Those are your next 4 home openers.
Cam Newton have dreads?
Now he does.
Okay.
I said Cam Newton.
You did?
Yeah, when we were talking about he doesn't have the Cam Newton dreads.
Oh, gotcha.
Cam's look weird, but everything about Cam is weird. So
yeah, ain't that the truth?
Let's take our final break. We'll be right back to wrap up the Sports Den.
Everyone thinks they can pick winners. What about you?
I can do it!
Enter the 1010XL Weekly Football Pick'em Contest, brought to you by MyBookie and J. David Tax Law.
Win delicious food from Moe's Southwest Grill.
Log on to 1010XL.com.
This is Maya Richards. I'm a student athlete with Ponte Vedra High School. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you've got an orthopedic injury. My torn meniscus was repaired in no time, and I'm back playing lacrosse again.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Thanks to the coaches and the schools who believe in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Pair your football games with a piping hot Donato's Pizza this season. Everything you need to know about Donato's Pizza. They were first established in 1963, and now there's a new location towards Jack's Beach. Famous crispy thin crust, edge-to-edge toppings, fresh cut veggies, pepperoni perfection. Party cut for easy sharing, phenomenal with football. Donato's is all about the pizza and the people. Fresh, fun, delicious, delivered. And now open. Donato's. Every piece is important.
When September ends, so does Diamonds Direct's free finance offer. So listen, you have until Wednesday to take advantage of this. 5 years, 0 interest with no money down. Everybody's doing it. It's incredible. You can spread your payments over 5 whole years. No down payment and no interest, period. But don't wait. This offer ends Wednesday and will not be extended on approved credit. 5 years, 0 interest. Get details, store hours, and directions now at DiamondsDirect.com.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reach Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reach Plumbing!
Now that's what our winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at PlumbingJacksonville.com.
It could get a little warm on the Roof It Right hot seat.
Would you mind not breathing fire on me?
When players and NFL experts join Jaguars today from 10 to noon on 1010XL. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle,
including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost, without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hey, Hicken here. I had Zero Res out to my house already, and now the kids are back to school, probably ready again. It's the perfect time to try. They're offering the hottest price of the year. 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $99, just for the month of September. So get on their schedule today. Call Zero Res 287-5727 and ask for the 3 rooms for $99 deal at Zero Res. That's 287-5727. Call Zero Res and call them today.
Zero Res. Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Wrapping up the Sports Den on a Monday night. We'll be gone tomorrow night. Be back on Wednesday and Thursday, and then post game Sunday after the Cincinnati game. Over under on Joe Burrow yardage.
Oh, he's gonna get 250.
250. Tell me how much money I need to bet. Like, he'll be way over that.
Oh wow. I'm trying to have hope. I'm trying to be positive.
I think Joe Burrow has already shown that he belongs in the league. Like he's
absolutely
5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Completing 65% of his passes, 821 yards through 3 games. And they have put the entire game plan on his shoulders. Like, it is silly how much they're having this guy do.
And with one of the worst O-lines you'll see in the league.
Yeah.
He got waxed yesterday.
He's thrown the ball 44 times, 61 times, and 36 times in his first 3 games as an NFL quarterback. Yeah. Anyway.
Meanwhile, LSU sucks.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't see that coming. But there will be no Ed Orgeron hate on this show.
No.
I apologize for that.
Yes. Effort.
A national championship gives you 4 years.
In his case, 8.
And, he didn't have a spring.
Yeah, right.
He's going through a divorce.
New OC.
He's got some things, man.
Yep. All right, we got to get out of here. We'll be back on Wednesday night. You guys have a great couple of days.
During football season, you'll find first-class